For every swing, every moment, the Milwaukee Brewers fight. It's not just about hitting the ball, it's about leaving a legacy.
What if I told you the missing piece for our offense is on the table right now? There's a name being discussed internally that could solve our biggest problem. To find out who it is and what it will cost, hit subscribe. You don't want to miss this exclusive breakdown. Hello Brew Crew, welcome back to our channel, your source for exclusive, in-depth Milwaukee Brewers news. Before we dive into what could be the biggest move of our season, I need to ask you a favor. If you value straight shooting analysis, insider information, and coverage that goes beyond the box score, please hit that subscribe button right now. Turn on notifications. Your subscription helps us continue to bring these stories directly to you, unfiltered and unvarnished. The season is heating up, and you don't want to miss a thing. Now, let's get down to business. Today, I want to talk about a possibility that's been circulating behind the scenes, a conversation that's gaining steam and could be the missing piece to our World Series puzzle. The date is July 28th, 2025, and the trade deadline is fast approaching. With an impressive 61-43 record, we are at the top of the National League, not by chance, but by merit. Our starting rotation is, without a doubt, one of the most feared in all of baseball. When you have a pitching staff that consistently dominates opponents, you're already halfway to October glory. Our bullpen, led by the relentless Devin Williams, has been a fortress, closing out games with surgical efficiency. And on offense, we've seen flashes of brilliance from young guns like Jackson Chourio, the consistency of a revitalized Christian Yelich, and the leadership of William Contreras behind the plate. We are a solid team, a competitive team, a team that no one wants to face. But, and there's always a but in baseball, there is a gap. A gap that, if not filled, could be our undoing in the postseason. I'm talking about firepower, brute strength, the ability to change the score with a single swing. The stats don't lie. Heading into Saturday, we were 25th in MLB in home runs with just 97. And 23rd in slugging percentage at .383. That's concerning. It means we're relying too heavily on stringing together hits, on manufacturing runs, on putting men on base and hoping for timely contact. It's a valid strategy, but in the pressure cooker of the playoffs, against the best pitchers in the world, that approach can sputter. In the playoffs, a 3-run homer can be the difference between advancing and going home. And that's the exact piece we're missing. This is where the name Eugenio Suarez, the Arizona Diamondbacks third baseman, comes into play. Sources around the league, including respected analysts like Thomas Harrigan of MLB.com, are pointing to Milwaukee as an ideal landing spot for him. Harrigan ranked us as the number 2 best fit for Suarez, and the logic behind it is irrefutable. The Diamondbacks are in a position to sell, and Suarez is a proven veteran with a track record of power that would slot perfectly into the middle of our lineup. Think about it, a 30 to 35 home run per season hitter inserted onto our team. A man who can protect Christian Yelich and William Contreras, forcing opposing pitchers to throw to them instead of pitching around them. The presence of Suarez in the lineup wouldn't just add his own home runs. It would make our entire offense more dangerous, deeper, and far more intimidating. The question our front office, led by Matt Arnold, is pondering at this very moment is a complex one. On one hand, we have a formula that's working. The team has the best record in MLB since May 25th at a blistering 36-14. Rookie Caleb Durbin, who has taken over at third base, has been a revelation. Hitting .7 or 3.08, 446 over that span. He's been fantastic. He's young, he's cheap, and he has energy. Messing with that chemistry is a risk. Do you pull a rookie who is playing with confidence to bring in a veteran? Could it affect the clubhouse? These are valid questions the front office must consider very carefully. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about the soul of a team that is playing its best baseball in years. Clubhouse chemistry is an intangible but immensely powerful factor, and any move that threatens to disrupt it must be scrutinized with the utmost rigor. On the other hand, and this is the argument I believe will prevail, the opportunity to win the first World Series in franchise history is something that cannot be ignored. This 2025 season is unique. There is no juggernaut in the National or American League. There is no team like the 2017 Astros or the 2020 Dodgers that seems unbeatable. The field is wide open. The Dodgers have talent but have shown vulnerabilities. The Phillies are strong but not invincible. The Braves are always in the mix but have their own flaws. With our pitching rotation, we have an advantage over all of them. If we can add the one component we lack, elite power in the middle of the lineup, we don't just become contenders, we become the favorites. And that is a position the Brewers are rarely in. Acquiring Eugenio Suarez would be a statement. It would be a signal from the front office to the players, to the city of Milwaukee, and to the rest of the league that we are all in. We are here to win, and to win now. Suarez isn't just a power hitter. He's a veteran with postseason experience, a player who won't shrink in big moments. He brings a professional presence and a mindset that could be invaluable to our younger players like Chourio and Durbin during the stretch run and the pressure of October. He would be what we call a rental, a player who comes in for an immediate short-term impact. And this is where the deal gets tricky. Suarez's contract, a 7-year, $66 million deal, expires at the end of this season. He will become a free agent. That means we would be trading valuable assets from our farm system, young prospects we control for years, for perhaps 3 months of Suarez's services. So what would the cost be? The Arizona Diamondbacks won't just give him away. They will demand prospects. They would likely ask for a package centered around a hard-throwing pitcher who is close to the majors and perhaps a position player with upside. Names from our farm system, which we've worked so hard to build, would have to be sent to the desert. Would it be painful to see young talent go? Yes. But the question Matt Arnold and Mark Attanasio must answer is this: what is worth more? The potential of a prospect who may or may not become an impact player 3 years from now, or the real tangible chance to hoist the World Series trophy in 3 months? In my opinion, the answer is clear. Championship windows do not stay open forever. When you have a team with this level of pitching and a solid defense, you have an obligation to maximize your chances. The acquisition of Suarez would solve our slugging problem, give us a third baseman with proven power, and add crucial depth to our lineup for the postseason. Caleb Durbin has been great, but putting the pressure of carrying the third base production on a rookie throughout the playoffs is a risky bet. Durbin can still play a valuable role off the bench or at other positions. The arrival of Suarez doesn't mean the end of the line for him, but rather a strategic reinforcement for the ultimate goal. It's a chess move, moving the pieces to create the best possible combination for checkmate. Final analysis. The trade for Eugenio Suarez is a calculated risk, but it's a risk the Milwaukee Brewers need to take. The prospect cost will be significant, and his status as a rental makes the decision difficult. However, the opportunity to add a power bat to the middle of a lineup that desperately needs it in a year when the World Series is within reach for whoever is boldest is simply too good to ignore. This is the move that puts us at the top of the mountain. This is the move that could finally bring a championship to our city. Now, I want to hear from you, the Brew Crew. This is our team. What would you do if you were in the front office? Do you pull the trigger and bring in Eugenio Suarez, even if it costs valuable prospects and means changing a formula that has been working? Or do you believe the current chemistry and the performance of players like Caleb Durbin are enough to take us all the way? Leave your comments below. I read them all, and I want to know what the Brew Crew Nation thinks. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any updates on this and other breaking stories, ensure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. I'll bring you the information as soon as I get it. Stay tuned.